workshop world. Today I'm going to show you how to make this super simple penny hockey game, or washer hockey, however you want to call it. This is something I made way back in middle school and completely forgot about it until I came home from work one day, right around this time this COVID pandemic started really hitting America, and the kids' school were canceled. I came downstairs and I saw my daughter working in my shop on the junk scraps I let her play with. And I asked her what she's doing, and she saw it online, and she's like, this looks fun to make. So I said, all right, this is perfect. Let's work on it together. And it was great because I was able to take her through all of the steps, tell her how to use the equipment properly and safely, and stand right over her and make sure she's doing it right. She knows never to do the stuff when I'm not home, and she just turned 16 years old, so I'm confident she can handle instructions and safety. So after less than an hour, about an hour, we had this built with, some OSB board and plywood, and actually it looked like this at first, and then we decided to add some little stops for the goals so we wouldn't lose our washers. And for the first few days of the staying at home because of the COVID-19, we played the heck out of this. It got really competitive, and night after night it was like, Dad, let's play the hockey game. So I thought, man, this thing is just perfect for teaching your kids how to use the tools correctly, the process steps, and spending time with your kids. I mean, what's better than that? So we're going to go ahead and step through and make this. And if you feel like it, make it yourself. Or if you want to get involved with your kids and get them building, this is a perfect starter project. So let's get at it. First thing we need to do is cut a 17.5 inch by 10.5 inch piece of wood. Our next step is to drill the holes for our pegs. I've added this picture to show you where each peg location is at, and I'm using a 1/4 inch drill bit because that's the size of the dowel rods I'm putting in. Our next step is to make the walls. And to do this, we need 2 pieces that are 10.5 inches long by 2 inches tall, and 2 19-inch long pieces by 2 inches tall. With our walls cut, we now want to take our 10.5 inch piece and cut in a goal opening. The goal opening is 3 inches wide, which is centered on the board at 5.25 inches, and it's 1.25 inches tall. Alright, catch us back up. We have all of our sides cut and our board cut and holes drilled. So now we are just going to attach the walls to the actual base. And it's going to be pretty simple. I'm just going to add some glue and some brad nails. Keeping it simple for this project. really simple steps left. First, we're going to put in our center line and our face-off circle. Why? Because you'll get in a fight when you're playing with your kids if you don't have them in. Next, we're going to go ahead and put dowels in these 1/4-inch holes we drilled. Now I'm not gluing these in, and they really don't need to be. It makes it a lot easier in case one of them breaks. You can just pop it out, put a new one in, versus drilling it out. Alright, so there's what we got. Great looking board, super simple, fun to play with. Now washers. I use either an inch size washer or 3/4 inch. This seems to be the sweet spot on the right size. Too small and it's easy, too big and you can't score. Now, this is the basic. You can do whatever you want with it, paint it, stain it, however you feel like finishing it, or just leave it normal. It plays great. The other thing you can do is, if you want to get fancy, you can add boxes to the end of your goals so your washer doesn't go across the floor. This has turned out pretty nice for us because at first we got tired of chasing washers. The other thing, if you don't want to use plywood and you want to get fancy, you could paint it and put any kind of decoration you want. I'm working with some maple and some epoxy. This is walnut and epoxy, and I put a design with the actual center line and face-off circle on it, and I'm going to go ahead and finish that board off next for fun. I also use some MDF. Why? Well, I had it laying around and I'd never really used it before for more than jigs, so I wanted to see what it would be like, how would it work with the epoxy, and how would it work with polyurethane. Doesn't work great with epoxy because the epoxy flows through it and soaks in and you'll have a shadow. But if you're persistent with the polyurethane, and once it soaks in, it's actually pretty nice. So I'm going to be interested to see how that surface plays in these other ones versus this one. So I urge you, if you've got kids that are old enough to be responsible tools, you want to try to build this with them, do it. It's great. I built one back in like 6th, 7th, or 8th grade, and it's a lot of fun. And once they build something, they're going to want to play with it, and it makes it even better. So have fun with this. Got any questions? Leave it in the comments, and I'll get back with you. Until next time, I'm John. Talk to you later.